Okay. Obviously the benefit to booking on VAX for Disney is the fact that you're able to add flights on the Disney travel agent portal. You're not able to. I think we had it available at one point, and they took it away. I watched like an old training, and it was there, and now it's not there anymore. So I don't know why they took it away. But anyway, so we're just going to use VAX to book Disney. And as I mentioned in the chat, we're going to do Disneyland. I forget that there is a Disneyland because I'm on the East Coast. I'm in Pennsylvania, so I'm so accustomed to booking Disney World and promoting Disney World, like in Florida. So one of my agents actually was like, hey, can we do Disneyland? She's over in California. So I was like, oh, that's a perfect idea because it's something different. So we're going to do Disneyland in California. So I automatically default my supplier to FunJet Vacations. That's just my preference. Prior to the training, I came on just to make sure that I was able to find what I needed. And it defaulted to Apple Vacations and none of the Disney resorts came up. So for Disneyland. So FunJet is what it is for me. If you have another supplier that you prefer, that's fine. Obviously, if you guys are following along with me, you can put your closest airport to you. That's fine. So I'm just going to type in Disneyland via Los Angeles. This one here. We're going to do one room, 2 adults, and we'll do 2 children. Usually that's just like the general population that go to Disney, but you know, there are Disney loving adults, right? So I actually went ahead and took a picture of what I wanted. So I'm doing February 9th to the 15th. Okay. We're just going to hit search. Sorry. Okay. All right, so with VAX, if you guys are familiar with VAX, you know how it always comes up with the flight, just some random flights that it automatically assigns you. And then you can automatically choose the hotel at this step. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna filter the hotel names, just to have Disney in it. Okay, so that way there's obviously 319 hotels. We don't need to scroll through all of those. Obviously, just by typing in Disney, it filters to just 6 hotels or resorts, right? So these are all of the Disneyland resorts in California that are available right now, okay? Obviously, this is not a Disney. I think this is just like by Disneyland, and so is this Super 8 and this Days Inn, right? So these 3, we're going to cross them out. So we're just going to focus on these top 3. So I had selected on my search. Okay, so I selected the Disneyland Hotel. We're just going to do a standard view. When I looked up this resort, the standard view that comes with 2 beds, so it's perfect for this family of 4. Okay, so my flights are going to look a lot different than yours, especially if you live on the West Coast and you don't necessarily need flights to go to Disneyland, right? But just so that you guys can see how to bundle the entire package together if you have someone that's on the East Coast that wants to go to Disneyland. So I'm just going to pick these first flights, the 8:30 to 11:40 nonstop basic economy. Accept and continue. And then the return flights, I'm going to select the ones leaving at 8:30 instead, rather than having an overnight flight. just have to change my flights again. This will load for me. There we go. Okay. All right, so they got some good flight times to go there and to return back home. They're staying at the Disneyland Hotel. And then if you wanted to add a rental car, we could. We could just click rental cars, and then we'll be able to see the different rental car options. Again, very similar to the Disney booking portal. You are able to add a car rental on the Disney booking portal, but that's the only thing you can add in addition to the hotel and the theme park tickets. You can't add flights like I mentioned. And obviously the benefit with VAX, with booking, is that you have multiple vendors here with cars, right? So obviously you see this is the cheapest with Avis, but let's say they prefer Alamo, right? You can do that. Whereas on the Disney Portal booking app, it's just one car rental company, okay? So you're kind of limited in terms of pricing for your clients. Obviously, as you scroll down, you can see they can have luxury cars, convertibles, right? So if they wanted to do that, they could. So we're gonna just skip on a car for now. And then if you, obviously there's no theme park tickets right now added to the package, but if you hit features, so anytime you're booking on VAX, not necessarily for Disneyland, but anytime you are booking somewhere with VAX, if you select features, it's going to give you, not only is it going to give you travel protection option here to add, but it'll give you additional add-ons, right? So like the theme park tickets for Disneyland or Disney World, or maybe even some excursions if you're going somewhere exotic, right? So you have the ability to add those things on directly to the package. So we are going to do, I think I selected, we're going to do a 3-day Disneyland, which I think it's down here. I passed it. Here it is. 3-day Disneyland Resort with Park Hopper. Okay, so it's automatically defaulted to 3 days. If you wanted to do more, you could, but we're just going to do 3 days. And it's going to have you select a date. So they're traveling on the 9th, so we'll have it starting the 10th, right? Then it gives you the total. Okay, obviously this is a mock booking, so we don't know the ages of the children, but as you can see, there is a difference in price by $20 depending on the age of the child. Okay, 10 and up, they are charged as an adult. So we're going to add to cart. Okay, if you wanted to add travel protection, you can add travel protection from that main booking screen towards the bottom right before you hit search. It's on there. Or you can do it from here, right? Because now you have the option to select either full travel credit or full cash refund. Obviously, there's a price difference. It's about double the cost. But you can add it. You can add that if you wanted to. We'll just leave it as it is. So now we have the package built, right? We have, I'm going to just take myself out of here. We have their total package price per person. If we click booking administration, we'll be able to see what our total commission is here, $566. Now, if we check out, I'm just going to hit checkout. I don't believe that it will allow us for a deposit. It might, just because it's in February. But we can double check, okay? So they're saving up to 20% by staying at this resort. I guess they have some sort of promotion going on during that time. right? So that's maybe something we can add on to the mock booking when we post it. Here is that ticket information here. Okay, here's very similar to Disney. When you're booking on the Disney portal, it's going to keep giving you like this annoying pop-up. Reservation calendar, make sure you reserve, check reservation availability, right? So it's just to make sure that the theme parks that your clients want to go to are going to be available on the days that they're traveling, right? That's what that's for. And as it tells you here, the Disney ticket numbers will be provided via email 5 business days prior or in the travel documents once the package is paid in full. Okay, these numbers are required in order to make the park reservations. So once your clients book, whether if it's with Disneyland or Disney World, reservation has to be booked, paid in full. Then they are going to be able to go onto the My Disney Experience app, kind of link their reservation, and then make the reservations for the theme parks that they want to visit. Okay. So we're going to skip all the way down here. Oh, okay. So they can reserve for $12.32 and then final payment would be due in 4 days. So, I mean, it does allow for a deposit, so we can do that. That's okay, Brianna. I'll probably be posting the recording on my YouTube later this evening. Okay. Any questions so far with getting the booking and the package together before we actually build like a mock booking on Facebook? Any questions at all?
So why are you using VAX instead of Disney?
So I'm using VAX because VAX will allow me to add on flights.
Oh, okay.
So I'm on the East Coast, so anyone that's going to want to go to Disneyland is going to need flights to go there. You might be in a completely different situation because you might live on the West Coast over in California. So it would just be entirely up to you, however you want to do your mock booking. I'm doing a mock booking with flights included, considering that I'm on the East Coast and I have a lot of clients on the East Coast.
Okay. Because I live in Texas and I just didn't know. I just jumped in and I apologize.
Oh,
I was
no,
on the
that's
call
okay.
with another
That's okay.
thing. I just didn't know if, because I know we don't get commission on flights, if there was a reason why we were just not booking it through Disney. And doesn't Disney offer flight packages with their trips?
No, not on the Disney portal.
Okay.
Yeah, so on the Disney portal, so if we booked the same exact one, if we go to the Disney portal and we just do Disneyland, and it was February 9th to the 15th, and I think we did ages 10 and 5.
I apologize, Amy.
Oh, no, it's okay. Oh, my name's Perla. Sorry,
Oh,
I'm not.
Perla. Sorry. Well,
okay.
I look at the screen and I'm like, oh, and then I keep
That's
calling
okay.
people
I'm
the wrong
using
name.
Zoom. You're good. You're good. I'm just using her Zoom. You're okay. Okay, so I selected the same hotel that we did in VAX, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is a standard view. That's the one that I selected.
Okay.
So now we can add theme park tickets. So if I hit the ticket options, I'm going to do a 3-day ticket because that's what we selected in VAX. And I'm going to add on the park hopper option. Because that's what we have in VAX.
Sorry, I'm writing this down.
It's okay.
And then you picked which hotel for Disneyland?
Disneyland Hotel.
Disney. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see that.
That's okay.
I'm with it. It just had a late night. It was up all night. So I'm just like, I'm here, not here.
That's okay.
Okay,
Um,
ticket 3-day pass. Okay. And
yep.
then you did hopper.
Yes. Yep. 3-day ticket with Park Hopper. So as I mentioned, using VAX, it does allow you to add a ground transportation through the Disney portal, but that's it. And you only have an option from Alamo. Whereas on VAX, you can add a car rental, but it gives you, I don't know, maybe 8 different options for car rental companies. So maybe if clients have had a bad experience with Alamo and maybe they like Avis or they like Budget, right? You're able to offer those different options and quotes for them. And this is it. This is what you're able to book on the Disney portal. So this would be your total 52 over almost $5,300 for the same thing minus flights. Now for $1,000 more, we have flights.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So it was 53, about 5,300 without plates.
Correct. And yes, without flights. And now we are incorporating flights on VAX. So it's not even just under $1,000 more. We have flights included. Same package, Disneyland hotel with the same ticket options. And then obviously your commission is a little bit more too. It's $476 on Disney. Obviously, your commission can continue to go up if you add the travel protection and you add the car rental.
And Disney offers their own version of travel to protection. Am I correct in my understanding of
Yes,
that?
yes, they do.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, each vendor will offer their own version of the travel protection. I personally, for whatever reason, am like a big spokesperson on the 10 leg travel protection that we're able to offer. And the reason why is because it offers multiple packages, like multiple like options, right? So obviously the travel protection with Disney and the travel protection with VAX or whichever vendor we're using, it's kind of just like this is what's included. Um, you're covered type of thing, right? Whereas
Right.
on 10 leg, you have so many different things. You can add, if you want it to include sickness, if you want it to include work related, if you want it to be like the bare minimum coverage, so you're paying less versus you're paying more on using the vendor's travel protection. So I always offer both. And my clients tend to like the 10 leg option because they're able to customize their coverage and their protection with their needs and their preferences.
So you don't offer the travel insurance through VAX. You just go straight
Oh, I
through
do.
standard.
I do. I always offer it to them. But then they always ask, oh, what does it include? Oh, that's an additional, like for this family, if they were to book, it would be an additional $250, right?
Mm-hmm.
$100 per adult, 25 per child for full travel credit. Whereas on 10 leg, you have 6 to 8 different options that you can customize, or the client can customize their coverage that they may be able to get a full cash refund for significantly less than $600.
So then you could obviously offers, Lord help it, offer your clients. Okay, well, we can give you Disney travel protection for this amount with this
Mhm.
add-on, or I can offer you this and you have all these other different options, which would be better for you, kind of
Right.
a thing.
Yeah. Or sometimes a lot of people, like for example, I just had a family that like a group that's leaving in February to Dominican Republic. And when they booked, it was 3 separate families. They were unsure if they wanted travel protection because they're like, well, it's February, but we live in PA, so there may be snow, like, or like you know, canceling flights and stuff. So they didn't want to commit to it at the time of booking. So I said,
Right,
that's fine. I then offered them the information through Tinleg. I provided them with my link, right?
right.
And so then they then have the luxury to play around with it and look for their quotes if they wanted to. Or if they want me to book it for them, I can. But the Tinleg link then gives them that option where they can kind of customize, like I said. And most likely they're going to be paying cheaper on Tinleg for their travel protection than the travel protection that's offered through the vendor sometimes.
So you could easily just say, okay, well, I offer travel protection through 10 leg, and here's the options instead, and then just cut out VAX completely.
You could, yeah.
Because I'm looking at that 17% commission. Come on now.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
you could definitely do that.
more money in my pocket. That's what I
Yeah.
always say.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to, be a crook or anything. I always get that feeling, and I know
Well,
it's
no, of
not, but
course.
it's one of those, I'm gonna try to get you, what you want, but I'm gonna look out for me too, because I'm
Mhm.
putting in the time and the effort and everything else.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, I will say that, for example, I know that we're using VAX as this booking, but Pleasant Holidays, if you guys aren't familiar with it, they do offer an incentive that if you book, or it's not really an incentive, but it's more so a coverage for you as a travel agent. If you book
Mhm.
with Pleasant Holidays and your client purchases the travel protection that they have to offer, if for whatever reason their trip gets canceled or they don't go on that trip, you're still getting your commission.
Right. And I remember
So
hearing
your
that
commission
because,
is then protected. I think that's the only one I've seen that like flat out said it like right up front. Commission is 100% protected, as long as your clients you like purchase the travel protection with Pleasant Holidays. Um, I'm not too sure exactly how the commission. Like I had an issue with American Airlines once where the trip was going to be canceled, and when I contacted them, they said I would not be receiving my commission. Thankfully, it did not get canceled, but there are some vendors that it's just lost, you know. So
right. Okay. That makes sense. And I'll have to watch a webinar on 10 leg because that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day. But okay, I will get, okay, that's fine.
oh,
Sorry.
that's
You had
okay.
asked questions and I was like, yes.
That's okay. All right. So now that we have the package booked or built, I guess I should say, because it's not booked, right? I'm going to go to Facebook and I'm going to switch over to my business page. Okay. Let me switch. I'm going to pull up an example of one of the mock bookings that I have. All right, give me 1 second. Okay. All right, so let me move that out of the way. So I'm gonna post, wonder if it will, oh good, it worked, okay. So we're gonna do a mock booking post, and I'll show you guys then how I write it out. Just give me 1 second. I'm trying to log in here to my, because I use my past mock bookings as a guide. Does anybody have any questions about what a mock booking is? What's the purpose of it while I get this loaded? Everybody know what a mock booking is? Good.
Yeah.
Kelly, so a mock booking is, and Martha, so a mock booking is basically what we're doing now. So we're creating a trip. It's like a pretend trip, right? And we are posting it on our social media pages, okay? What's the purpose of that? The purpose of that is so that we can continue to share with our following, right? With our clients. These are the different deals that we have access to. These are the different trips that we're able to book, right? Now, not only are you going to, not only am I going to share this on my business page. But what I'll show you guys is that I'm then going to post and share the same mock booking into groups. The purpose of sharing it into groups is now, rather than the 200 and some followers that I have on my business page, I'm now exposing my business page to more eyes, to more traffic, right? So it's almost kind of like, hey, this is a deal I found for Disneyland. Contact me for more information. Or it intrigues that person where they're like, oh, she can book Disneyland. Let me see if she can book my Hawaiian honeymoon or something. You know what I mean? So you're getting your name out there. Okay. That's the whole purpose of a mock booking. Now, typically, mock bookings, we always recommend you should post at least Jody, one of the she's like one of the top bookers, right? She usually recommends to post at least 3 times a week and use that mock booking and post and share them into groups several times throughout the day, morning, afternoon, evening, right? Those days that you're not posting mock bookings, take that mock booking from the day before and also share it into groups, right? So you're constantly sharing and exposing your business to more eyes and to more people. And I'll show you guys the different groups that I post in so that you can have an idea. Obviously, I'm in Pennsylvania, so a lot of the groups that I post in are either East Coast type or even local type groups. But you can even post Disney types of groups, right? And I'll show you one of them that I'm a part of.
Yeah, that would be helpful because I found
Yeah.
a Disney group and they were like, no MLMs, no
Yeah.
this, no that. And I'm like, okay, picky much? I mean,
Well, right. So a lot of the groups do have a lot of restrictions, especially I notice a lot of the Disney groups do. Because a lot of the Disney groups I have found are being they're run or they're organized by travel agents themselves, or maybe Disney certified travel agents. So they don't want other travel agents coming in and advertising their for themselves. Do you know what I mean? So that's where I have found the restriction. But there's one in particular that I found that I think there's actually two. I'll have to remember, but I'll show it to you guys, where I have been able to post my Disney mock bookings there with no issue. Like it's just kind of like I have like a hair. There we go.
it also will help get your post out there too if you don't have the time or whatever
Mm-hmm.
to post 3 or 4 times a day in these different groups. Like can't physically just sit at my computer all day.
Yeah.
So another way to do it is do hashtags.
Oh yeah,
That
yeah. That's what I was gonna say too. Yeah, you can do
hashtags
hashtags.
everything
Mhm.
because that will reach. It'll tell you how many people
Yeah.
it reached or reaches
Yes.
for that particular tag.
Yes.
And
For
when it
sure.
comes to Disney, I literally I use a hashtag generator. It's
Hmm.
free and it literally will pull everything Disney, hashtag Disney, everything. Whether it's, Frozen, Alani, whatever. And I post it in that and then it reaches, a much more, higher following
Right.
than if I had to go and post it in each and every single group. Because
Yes.
I hate to say it, as much as I want the exposure, I don't have time for that. Like I physically, you know what I mean? One, I get distracted by shiny things when it's on Facebook, or stupid reels. And then two, you get what I mean? Like that Facebook, the whole posting in different Facebook groups, it's fine. I just don't want to always get the chance of getting kicked out of one because it wasn't appropriate, so to speak.
Right. Right. Yeah. So sometimes you just kind of have to take that time to read the rules for these groups so that way you're not kicked out or put in like Facebook jail or something from posting so many times.
Right. And I know you're okay. When I remember one video or one Zoom meeting I was in, it was okay to post in like the no rules because
Mhm.
like there's obviously no rules,
Right.
but um I just didn't I just haven't done it. Like that's I'm barely getting off the ground the way it is. Like it's just a lot more work. Like I'm trying to just do this at baby steps right now. And so I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna focus strictly on Disney and maybe some luxury, you know, type things because that's where I want to go. And so
Yeah.
learning to do mock booking is great because then I can use it for some of the other luxury stuff that we um, can do.
Right. Yeah. No, and that's good. Sometimes some people like to specialize in certain types and focus on those types of trips. Um, to start off.
Yeah,
Um,
and I think that's what I
Monica,
do
it's
because if I
hashtag
don't,
generator. Sorry, I was just typing in the
oh,
chat.
do you need a hashtag generator?
I just typed it in the chat. Hashtag
Okay,
generator.
yeah. So I just it's overwhelming if I have to do it for everything and post and everything. And I'm just like, I'm just gonna focus on Disney and then focus on one or two luxury, like the fives or something like that.
13, 15. Okay, so 6 night day. Okay, so I'm just typing up my quote here. I guess I'll just delete that Ferris wheel. And then we're going to do a 3-day. So I'm literally just typing in what this package includes, right? I'm not doing the specifics. I'm not typing in United Airlines or what time their flights are, that it's basic economy or that it's coach. I'm not typing that. I'm literally just going to type in exactly what I'm showing you because although yes, I have clients on the East Coast, I'm posting this mock booking in as many groups as I can. So there have been there's a lot of people in the obviously in these groups that are from all over, right? So they may have a different type of request. If someone reaches out to me and they're interested about this special, right? They're like, oh, well, I'm gonna need to leave from Florida or whatever, right? So I don't want to limit it to Newark, where my package is leaving from, right? So they are getting a 3-day, where are the tickets? Here it is. 3-day Disneyland resort park hopper ticket. Okay. And because there is a save up to 20% here, we're going to do limited time. Oh, let me not do limited time first. Let me do save up to 20% when you book with us. Limited time only. Okay. And then space, what's that deposit? So the deposit was $1232.80. So I'm just going to round it to $1233. So whenever there's a deposit, you want to take that deposit and divide it by the amount of people that are going. So the amount of travelers. So there's 4 travelers. So 1233 divided by 4 is $308.25. So I'm going to type and put in deposits, if I can spell, deposits, starting at, what was it? 308
308.
per person. Okay. And then I will just put a little emoji that's like surprise, like, wow, that's such a great deal, right? I'll do this one with the head explosion. If it'll load for me. Oh, no, not that guy. This one. Okay. The emojis on Facebook for me when I'm on my computer are so slow. So sometimes when I'm posting mock bookings, I normally just do it on my phone because it's easier to search the emojis. Um, okay, so then after that, I'm literally just gonna put call Perla for your free quote.
Hey,
Free quote today.
you
And
know
then I'll put
when
my phone number. I don't like that it does this.
is that your phone number on WhatsApp or is that your personal phone number?
No, it's my personal phone number. I don't know why it does that all the time. It always tries to link my WhatsApp thing on it. I don't know. I don't like it. So,
I
um,
don't either. Have you tried using Google Voice?
so I think that's what I'm gonna do soon. I looked into it at one point, because
It's
I
free.
didn't like the idea of having like my phone number out there, because I have gotten a few like spam type calls.
Yeah, I
Um,
just got off one.
so yeah, that's something I do have on my to-do list to look at.
Yeah, so Google Voice is super easy and it's 100% free.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I'll definitely look into that. Okay, so we have our template, right? So I'm just going to copy and paste this. I'm going to send it in the chat if you guys just want to use this for future. So obviously, you can use this template for any type of mock booking. It doesn't have to be Disney, right? It can be tropical, it can be cruise, right? So now the only thing that's left, you might just have to fix any spacing. Um, can you
Do you
also
know how long that 20% is going on for Disney
No, it doesn't say. What you can do though is you could always look on like the Disney
portal?
yeah, like on the Disney portal, travel agent portal, and check to see what promotions they have currently going on specifically for Disneyland. And then you can have the information there. Yeah, I'm typing
Okay.
up the YouTube now, so it's YouTube is at
Thank you for answering all my crazy questions.
no problem.
I'm just like, wait, I don't know. I was just telling Julia, I was like, I want to do mock bookings, but I don't know.
Okay, so I'm just gonna add some photos if I can get out of this. There we go.
And this is your YouTube channel?
Yep, yep. So I'll have this posted probably later this evening. Obviously once it's uploaded, it takes me a little bit. Um, so I'll post that over there. Okay, so usually for photos, you can just do like maybe 2, 3 photos. You don't want to do too many photos. Because then you know how sometimes like if you're looking at a posting, it'll say like view more photos and people are they're probably going to be like I don't want to look at all these photos, right? So I'm going to do the exterior. I'll do this pool photo. This one looks nice. And then I'll do one picture of the room, which will be this one. It's 2 beds. That's probably what they're going to be getting anyways, right? If it's a family of 4. So what I'll do now, I'll go to Facebook and
So
oh,
if we're saying like round trip, like you have it as a nonstop round trip. Let's say if I wanted to just copy this, which I don't think you would mind me copying just to get me started. Uh, if we say the travel dates like you have it and you have nonstop round trip flights to LAX, I could put that even though I'm in Texas, right? But then I would just need to change deposit starting at
so what I
308
would
to a
do,
different number, right?
yeah. So I mean, I would take the time and look up prices specifically leaving from your closest airport. So that way you
Hmm.
can have the most accurate deposit amount.
Okay,
Because obviously deposits for you are going to be different than the deposit for me.
that's what I
Maybe,
was just
I don't
wanted to
know.
make sure.
Yeah.
No, 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 and I just wanted to make sure. Like I could copy everything, but I know I'll need to change like deposits and the phone number and a few other, you know.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you want to copy the same exact template, that's fine. Just I've had people before literally take my post and share my post. And I said, well, you're really just helping me. You're not helping yourself because you're helping, it's just more traffic for my page. So just make sure you're not actually sharing my actual post.
No, no, no,
That's
no.
the
That's
only
why I
thing.
was
But you
asking
can
you.
copy
If I
the
can copy and paste
Mhm.
it using this,
Fine.
but just change it to 308, because it could be, 408 for
Uh-huh.
DFW to LAX, or it could be even cheaper. Who knows? I just
Right.
didn't know. And then you picked like United or American Airlines.
I just picked whatever one was there. I wasn't really too particular.
Okay.
The matter. Yeah. Whichever one came up.
Okay.
Um, okay, so this is how it looks now. And now obviously, since I only added 3 photos, now they can see all 3 photos just on one screen. They don't have to see, oh, see more photos, right? It gives them a quick overview of the resort, just quick little cute photos. If they wanted to look at more photos, they could because I gave them the name of the resort, right?
Right.
So now what I'll do is I'm acting as my business page, right? So I'm going to hit share to a group. So I'm a part of a few groups as my business page, not as many in comparison to my personal page. The reason, because obviously a lot of groups require you to be an actual person and like have your like profile picture, have yourself as your profile picture. So I will share this. Oh wait, what I wanted to do was get myself out of here. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this and then I'm going to share to a group. So best destinations to travel, right? It's a public group. It doesn't have any rules. If there were rules, it would have a little thing here that says rules. So now I'm going to copy the template over. The reason why I do that is because whenever you share a post over, it comes over as a link, right? And your comment here, your template is going to be cut off. People are lazy. They're not going to want to click see more. They're not going to want to click on my business page, right? So I'm just going to provide them with all the information up front. Okay. Post. And it'll go. Just be mindful, whichever groups you're posting in, travel agent free advertising. This one has rules, right? So this one allows you to join with your business Facebook page, right? A lot of groups will not allow you to share links over into the group. So you would have to physically go into the group and create this new post. Okay. So I share them as my business in a few groups, right? Because I'm really only a part of these groups, right? Just a few. And then what I'll do is I will switch over to my personal. And I'm going to search my business. Because I have this many followers, right? And you saw how many friends I had, a little over 700. Not all of the 700 friends follow or like my business page, although I have invited them to, right? So if I'm only sharing it on my business page, I'm limiting myself to 200 and some people, right? So that's the whole purpose of sharing it in groups. So now what I'll do is I'm going to share it as myself. I'm acting as myself. So here's my head right here. I'm going to hit share and I'm going to share it to my feed. So now all of my 700 and some friends will see it. Okay. So more exposure. I'll share it on my feed. And then I'll share it into some groups as myself. Okay. So I'm a part of like a bunch of groups. Obviously, it's just going to keep loading and loading and loading. But let me see. I think so travel deals, flight deals, hotel deals. This is a good one. to post, right? It has rules, but obviously only travel related content. Those are their restrictions. This is travel, right? I'll show you guys the Disney group next, because I could literally be here forever just posting into groups, and I won't do that because literally we're done, right? So I posted this. One thing I forgot to add on the post, which I just realized, I forgot to add for family of 4, like 2 adults, 2 children. I've done that before where I forget to do that, and it's not like dire. It's not, oh my gosh, this is the worst thing ever, right? But sometimes it's important to include, right? This is the one that I'm talking about, Disney deals, buying and selling all things Disney. This one, I need to actually go to this group and post. They will not allow me to share a link over. I've tried to before and it doesn't work. They won't allow you. So you would then just go to discussion and then I can post here, okay? I can add my photos. And that's it. That's all you do. Another one that I do too, I will also post into, like I mentioned, which I didn't do right now, but I'm over in the East Coast. So I'm in specifically the Lehigh Valley area. I will post in like Lehigh, like classifieds types groups. You can also post your mock bookings into Marketplace. I have seen a lot of people do that. You can also post it as like as if you're selling something, you know, because it's a package. You can also do that too. So I'm posting it on this Disney group. What's going to happen is it's going to go to, oh, it worked. Never mind. Okay, I guess they took that feature away. At first, they would have to approve every post that I made, but I guess it worked. Okay. And that's it. That's all I do, guys. Obviously, it's mock bookings are perfect. They're important for your business because you want to show people the different types of things that you can do, right? But it's even more important for you to share into groups. And just like Julia mentioned in the chat, you can search up different public groups. You know, just make sure you're reading the rules and make sure that you're following those rules because you don't want to be kicked out or put in Facebook jail, right? So classified types of groups, yard sale, that's another one too, that you can post in, right? So I posted in, I don't know, 6 groups. So I think I'm good for right now. I don't need to post it anymore, right? I don't want to be spamming my news feed. So then what I can do is then tomorrow I won't post a mock booking. Saturday I'll post one and I'll share those into groups as well, right? So it's just a matter of consistency in posting. Any questions at all about the mock booking, about creating the package in VAX, posting in groups? Any questions?
So let me ask you this really quick. When you were looking at in VAX with travel or at Bunjet, that's where I found it. Where did you go to break up your deposit? Because I have it as price per person. It's $560.
You have to add all of your stuff together, like add all the features that you want. So if you're doing flight, hotel, tickets.
Oh, okay.
Once you do all of that, then you'll have to hit checkout. And then, so I'm on the checkout screen right now. So all the way at the bottom at checkout, you'll be able to see the price deposit that's due.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. Any other questions, guys, about this?
Perla, thank you so much for this. I'm sorry I was late and I got stuck in a meeting. I'm at work today. I just want to double check. You did this on FunJet, you said?
I did FunJet, yeah, because I quickly went on I was looking up first, like prior to the meeting starting, and it defaulted to Apple Vacations, and none of the Disneyland resorts came up. So I typically always default to FunJet. I didn't check Travel and Leisure or Travel Impressions. So FunJet was just what came up for me so that I can actually see the Disneyland resorts.
Oh, no problem. I'll check those too. But I actually have a family. It's so funny. We were texting earlier. I actually have a family who just called me around these dates. So it kind of worked.
Oh, cool.
Perfectly. So I'm gonna put, yeah, they're huge Disney fans. But yeah, I'll do my due diligence as well, right? And check the other ones.
Yeah,
and those other
can.
ones also book Disney, right?
Yeah. So I would just double check
Okay.
because I didn't realize Apple Vacations wasn't going to come up with Disney, like the Disney resorts. So you would just double check if Travel Impressions or Travel and Leisure have it or offer it, but otherwise FunJet does.
Yeah, they're kind of the go-to, like you said.
Yeah,
I haven't had much luck with Apple Vacations, so I really checked them last, to be honest.
me
So,
too. Yeah, I always just
okay.
default to FunJet, always. So
Okay, I've had good luck with Travel Impressions on other stuff, but okay, I'll check them out then.
yeah,
Thank you so much.
yeah, of course. All right, guys. Any other questions at all? So I recorded this, obviously, as I said. Once the meeting ends, then it'll just take a little bit to upload, and then I can upload it on YouTube, and then I'll share it in the Discord chat with our team, so that way you guys can view that whenever you have a moment. But if there are no other questions, then thank you so much. You guys had great questions. So thank you for coming. And I will post this soon, okay? Have a great day.